I'm gonna make chicken biryani today with brown rice and very less fat. I'm trying to try it. This is the first time I'm going to give it a go on this basis. I'm doing this for my cousin because I've given her a diet plan, and for her I've given her chicken biryani on Sunday, so I'm trying to attempt it today. So that I've already posted a recipe on my tips page on Facebook. I've tried to follow it as much as I could with that. To that, on a pestle and mortar, I've followed the same recipe as previously. I've used cinnamon, about an inch of cinnamon, 4 cloves of garlic. 4 or 5 cloves of garlic, and inch of ginger, 4 cardamom, 6 cloves, and I grind it to a paste. And then I've also added a teaspoon of chili powder and a half a teaspoon of turmeric powder to this mix. So this is this consistency now. I'm going to add to this, I'm going to add 3 tablespoons of low-fat fat-free Greek yogurt. I beat the yogurt a little bit so that it gives a bit of more creamier texture than before. So it's very creamy. Nobody can say that it's a diet version. So I'm gonna add that to the mix, and then use my hands today to mix everything. I'm going to also put the chicken together. I have 500 grams of chicken thighs, of like skinless, boneless, and I've cubed it about, I don't know, about 1 centimeter or so. I like thin, small pieces of chicken in my, so I feel that when it's smaller, then the flavors get in more than if it's a bigger piece. But it's up to your taste. If you like it a bit bigger, you can make it a 1-inch cube as well. So this marinade, I'm going to leave it to marinate for at least 2 hours in the fridge, and then I will tackle the biryani later. At the same time, I've also apologies. At the same time, I've also soaked 2 cups of brown rice. Today, the portion is going to be it's going to be 6 portions I'm going to make in one go, and I'm going to have two today, and then freeze or have it probably another day, or freeze it for later. So that's about it really. I will see you guys later in the evening.
It's time now to make the biryani. So for this, initially I'm going to saute a couple of vegetable leeks and carrots, and I'm going to set aside, and I'm going to incorporate it with the biryani. I feel that adding more vegetables is good, especially while we are watching our calories, and also it's good for our health anyway. And again, I feel that the caramelized leeks and onions add a flavor to the biryani mix. So I've always done it, even when I'm making a hearty biryani with a lot of fat. To this, so I've heated a teaspoon of olive oil. To that, I'm adding medium leek sliced, and to that mix I'm adding also a medium onion finely sliced. If you cannot do that by hand, you can always use the help of a blender, a processor to do that, because it helps. If it's finely chopped, it helps the sauteing process, and and it doesn't stick out in the biryani as well, and they all saute evenly. I'm sweat, you can notice that I put a lid to it, so I'm basically sweat sauteing as well. So it's all about tricks to reduce intake of oil, using oil to the pan or to our food. So I've let it saute for about 5 to 7 minutes in medium heat, because onions and leeks takes a while to saute. And after that, I'm adding 2 medium carrots to the mix, and I'm going to mix it well. Add some salt to the mix, and then leave it to saute for another minute. I'm using pink salt, so you can use whichever salt you have handy. So once they are sauteed well, then I'm going to set it aside in a bowl. And this is the consistency, so it was it's nicely caramelized now. So now we're going to start the actual biryani process. So for this, I'm adding to the same pan a heaped tablespoon of ghee. It looks like a lot of oil when we are trying to make a healthier meal, but then if you think about it, this portion I'm going to make it for 8 people. Because I've used 500 grams of chicken, and I'm going to use 2 cups of brown rice. So it's really nothing. It's not even a teaspoon for each person, each serving. So that I'm adding a large onion, roughly chopped, and I'm going to let it saute. And once they are slightly brown, I'm going to add 2 tomatoes, and at the same time I'm going to add the the biryani mix, the ground mix. I've made the spice mix I've ground myself, to which I'll give you the ingredients in later on the description. And also I've also added another recipe into my page, so you will have I've used the same quantity with cloves, garlic, cinnamon, cardamom, peppercorns, ginger, garlic, and also so this is how it looks once they are sauteed, like with the tomatoes. I've also added 1 tablespoon of chili powder and turmeric powder and a bit of salt. Now to this mix, I'm adding the chicken, which we have marinated early in the morning. So that is now mixed well. To this, I'm adding the 2 cups of brown rice, which if it was normal white basmati rice, I wouldn't have parboiled it, but I did parboil the brown rice for 10 minutes. So it's the parboiled rice that I'm adding to the mixture. It's 2 cups of rice that I've used. So I'm going to mix everything together, and then I'm going to leave it in, for it to sweat a little bit in low flame. So mixing it well, but then I'm using a wooden spatula. I'll be changing my spatula later, but because it's brown rice, it doesn't break easily, but it's better to be careful. To this mixture now I've added 1.5 cup of coconut milk. I've used the light coconut milk, and I've also now added 2 cups of water. I use the same cup I used to measure my rice, and I mix all together. Again, coconut also is good fat, and is 1.5 of light coconut milk, and obviously for 8 portions it's hardly anything. And I'm going to simmer, turning occasionally, and then also with the closed with the lid for about 30 to 40 minutes, and then once they are done, I've added the vegetable mix to it, and a little bit of lime juice to this mixture, but it's highly optional. It's not required because the flavors are great already, but I like the taste of lemon in my food. I think I've skipped a process. Like while I was sauteing, I also added mint leaves and coriander leaves, which I would add it on the description box so you can really see that. Well, I've also boiled a few eggs, so I'm just gonna add that. Again, I only made 6 because today we're only going to eat 4 portions, and then the other 2 are probably another day, and then I'm just going to freeze the rest. And to this I'm just adding a bit of mint leaf and coriander leaf, and voila, my chicken biryani is finished. And I've also tasted it in the evening because I'm recording it the next day. It tasted very nice. So Nilu, Mina, enjoy and let me know how you like it. And I think it's in your menu tomorrow. So enjoy and let me know. Thank you. Bye.